All right, so for those of you who have hung out for the previous videos, I am going through a Teysa Karlov build, and I'm selecting cards, and I picked a lot of cards to select from, and I went through many cards before I even got to these piles. But hey, I'm having fun. I hope you are too. Let's keep going. So whenever another creature you control dies, this dude deals 1 damage. 4/2/3, no. Exile 7 cards. No, I don't want to do that. I don't really want to do that. Enters the battlefield. Target opponent loses 3. You gain 3. On a 5/3/4 flyer, it's actually worth considering. Great card. Drops 2/2 zombie tokens. Yeah, sure. I wanted it in the final build. I've played this card a lot. Flyer. Deals combat damage to a player. That player discards a card at random, and if they can't, you draw a card. I like it a lot. Yeah. Death Touch 6/6/6, but it doesn't fly. But for 1 black mana, you reveal it from your hand, and you put a prey counter on target creature. And then when you finally cast this, all those creatures die. Or you destroy them. They cannot be indestructible. Worth considering. Flyer, heavy cost for a reanimator. I'm gonna pass. Beautiful foil. Beautiful foil, but I'm not gonna keep it a 6/5/3 with Afterlife 2. Whenever Lord of the Void deals combat damage to a player, exile the top 7 cards of that player's library. Then put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield under your control. That's a great card. I'm going to give it a second pass. Intimidate 7/5/4. When enters the battlefield, for each opponent you may put up to 1 target creature card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. I like that. Okay, so that's it. So I really didn't reject that many cards, and it's because I took my time this time. I think of all the decks that I've built in this format of making videos where I pick through and I evaluate and then I finally make some selections, this has to be the deck for which I've picked the most cards, for which I've gone through the most cards, and for which I have picked the most cards. So piles are big, 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 just for choices that I've made. So I'm going to have to be really narrow with my strategies. And that's what I may end up doing for the selection video, the last one. I may end up just putting them into strategy piles and then making sure that I have enough things that do what I want. Enough token makers, enough partial exilers, all that good stuff. This card deals 1 damage to each opponent, and each opponent discards a card, then puts the top card of their library onto their graveyard. Into their graveyard, and you gain 1 life. That's not bad. I mean, you're causing mass discard. I kind of like it. Look at somebody's hand with Despise. Choose a creature or planeswalker. Yeah, I'll give it a second pass. Good old Duress. Yeah, why not? Bone Splinters, you're sacking creatures. Love this card. Yeah, it's worth a second pass. Sack 2 creatures, draw 3 cards. I like that a lot. I've got enough destroy target creature in here, so I'm going to pass on that. I love options. So you can do all 3 if you discard 2 cards, and you've got a whole bunch of really good options. Target creature gets -2, -2. That's not bad. Target opponent loses 2, you gain 2. That's not bad either. And then you look at somebody's hand and get rid of an instance or sorcery. It's worth a second look. It was a good card in Standard. Not sure if it's a good card in Modern, because I've been locked out of Modern by my wallet. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. Non-legendary, non-land card. I'm going to pass on it. Destroy target non-mirror folk for 2 black. It's worth thinking about because how often are you going to face mirror folk? Yeah, draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Good old Sign in Blood. Good old Smallpox. Worth considering. A -2, -2. Exile everything in everybody's graveyards. No. Because I want to use my graveyard. Choose 1. Target opponent exiles a creature he or she controls. His hand. Choose an online card. You got 2 options for 3. It's nice, but I'm going to pass. Target opponent discards 2 cards. And then you may even get a token. Target player discards 2 cards for 3. Same deal with cycling. I'm not sure that I want too many of this effect because I already have other effects that are more important. Yeah. Not sure I want too many of this type of card. Yeah, I'm not on a massive discard deck, and I need I need space. Yeah, I do want to draw cards, and I do want to draw cards. One of this creature onto the battlefield under your control gains haste. My deck is your deck kind of card. It's nice, but I'm going to pass. Somebody seeks my attention. Sack an artifact or creature. Draw cards equal to the converted mana cost. It's a pretty good card. I like it. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Yeah, sure. Wipe out with -2, -2. Worth considering because I'm going to have tokens. And if I want to blow my board with Blood Artist, I'll do that. If I get to blow a bunch of other cards. But I'm going to pass. Tokens. I got all the tokenizers that I ever wanted in white. I don't need that. -3, -3. And then you cast a creature, a card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your hand. Yeah. In case I get board wiped. Tutors, I wish I had like more tutors in this deck. Very casual commander build, so I'm only going to have this tutor. Yeah. Sack X creature, destroy. Yeah, I got a lot of other ways to do that. Reanimate for 5. Not doing it so much. Put up to 1 target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Destroy up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. This is pretty good. I've actually used it. Create tokens, but I want to be more aggressive. Not worth it just to draw a card. Great card. I'm not sure if I need it, but I'm going to think about it. The same with this one. I'm going to keep it to think about it. Yeah. Draw 2 cards for sacking. Sure. Cost somebody to sacrifice something, but you're in commander. I don't think this is going to be as good as I would think. Target opponent sacks a creature. Yeah. Exile something small. I'm not doing it. Yeah, sure. I want to think about this, and I want to think about that, and I want to think about this. This is a great card. Yeah, especially for planeswalkers. And I want this option. Just exile something, even if it's a little costly. Great card. It doesn't fit my deck. It's a wonderful card, but it just doesn't fit this deck. I'm not all in on this card. And this is a great card too, but I'm just not doing this. My favorite artwork on a Magic card of all time. Remember when I pulled this card many years ago? Draws a card, deals 1 damage. It's nice, but I got too much. I'm doing too much other stuff. Same with this. I love this enchantment. I've played it a ton, but I'm just doing way too many other things. And you can pause the video and look at the card if you like. Voice is going a little. 1 damage to each opponent. You gain 1 life. For 4. It's nice, but I'm not going to keep it. I want to consider this guy. Enchant player, and at the beginning, that player loses 3 life unless he or she sacrifices a non-land permanent or discards a card. I like that a lot in this deck. Whenever an opponent discards a card, that player loses 2 life. It can add up. But I'm not on a discard deck, so I'm going to pass. Each opponent sacks, then each opponent discards, and then you reanimate something. I like it. I'll give it a whirl and a second chance just to look through them. I love this card, but I'm not on treasure tokens in this deck. You can pause and read it. I like this card a lot. I've lost to it, and I played it when it was in standard. You may play land cards exile with Eden's Trove. You may cast non-land cards exile with this card. You can't cast more than 1 spell this way. It's such a nice card, man. I want to consider it. Okay, that's it. So these cards are not making it back. Wow, I think I picked too many cards for this build, but I'm having fun. Hope you guys are too. And while I'm at it, I think this is a bridge too far for me, so I'm just gonna pick it out. Okay, so I'm at 11 minutes. This is the final video of the first look. Then I think in the next video, I'm gonna have them all converted mana cost ordered, and then I'm gonna make final choices. I think I can make it in 15 minutes, given so many. Right now, look at this. This is my final selections before artifacts. Sack it, you draw a card. Yeah. Enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card. It's nice. It's a nice card. Actually, it's a foil. It's a nice card, but man, do I have a lot of things going on in this deck already. Sack it for a land. Nah. You tap and you sacrifice a creature to put a charge counter on it, and then you draw cards off of them. I don't think I want to do that with it. Equip a creature and generate tokens. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm keeping it. This is all about creating treasure tokens. Even though I'm not on treasure tokens, this card is fantastic. It's going to draw me cards, so I like it. I want it. It's nice, but I'm not going to need it in this commander deck, I don't think. Even though it gives me a lot of versatility. Now these two, I want to look at them in a second round. I have played them, and they're really good. I mean, they're 3 drops, but in commander that's fine. And this one creates tokens, and this one does the pinging. I like them both, and we're in white-black. Worth considering. Nice, but I don't need it. 4 tap, create a token. I got many other ways of doing it. Nice. This is the thing that's Guys of Saint Shaft. Saying it's not Shaft, but that's what I call them. It's really worth considering. I have so many cards. I'm going to be really picky. This card will very unlikely make it to the end, but I love it. I love this card, but I'm not going to put it in. Now this one, on the other hand, creates a token copy of equipped creature, and I want it. Yeah. Not sure if I'm going to need this mana rock, but I always put it in. I put it in every one of the casual decks that I build. So I'm going to leave it in for second consideration. Okay, so that's it. Incredibly enough, I'm actually done with the first round. It's taken me way longer than I expected, because I think I did spend a lot of time finding cards that I like for this build. So I'll stop right here, and then I think the next video will be the last one, because I plan to make the build in one 15-minute shot.